I've got to say, the Kermit Gosnell movie just came out last week, and I see a lot of parallels between the media's treatment of the Gosnell trial and the media's treatment of this issue, whereas they are more outraged by what Tommy Robinson did or is alleged to have done than by what the men on trial did.
Yeah.
I mean, the media was absent on that, which is why Tommy was there in the first place.
Right.
And in a way, this whole thing with Tommy, I think, and not to put Tommy in that position of having to be the sacrificial lamb, but their outrage with him has actually caused more people to pay attention to the initial trial that he was trying to bring attention to.
Well, I'm really glad that you're coming, and I think it's going to be collegial. I've never met Avi Yamini before. I've only met Cassandra Fairbanks for 10 seconds in passing, but it'll be very interesting to have a crew of international journalists who don't really know each other than maybe online, to be a counterweight to this little clique. I have to say, you'll find it interesting, I think, Andrew. The Old Bailey is this very old, it's a court and a prison, and it's very high security, and it's got its old rituals and customs. Like I'd almost say it's like a club. And to see those journalists who were in there together, those UK journalists, they were a club. They were on a mission. It was like a little political party. And just to bring other eyes for another point of view, I'm going to make a prediction, Andrew. You're based in London, Ontario,
yes,
not London, England. I'm going to make a prediction that you will have an enormous number of British viewers because they just want to hear another point of view. That's why they've been watching me, but it can't just be me. Let's get other journalists around the world. And I don't know what you're going to write. You don't know what you're going to write. You're going to write what you see. It's not determined yet, unlike that pack of media clique that I saw at the Old Bailey.
Yeah, and one point that I would stress to people is that I don't know Tommy at all. I've had a couple of correspondences with him. I've never interviewed him. And look, there are things that he's said that when I see snippets and extras, I'm like, I don't know if I'm on board with that. But I'm unequivocally for due process. And I'm going in here not as a cheerleader. I'm going in here as someone who actually wants to see what's happening. And if there are people in the media that are telling a version of the story that I'm like, I was there and I didn't see that, I won't hesitate to call that out. My hope is that honesty will prevail. I'm skeptical, as I think everyone has a right to be and an obligation to be. But this case is going to be interesting, not just for what happens as part of the official proceedings, but what happens in the broader cultural bubble around it.
That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show, weekdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Every day I do a monologue, interview a guest, and read my fan mail and my hate mail. To subscribe, go to therebel.media/shows.